When you hear the word cancer, what comes to mind? Pain, suffering, emaciation, hopelessness, death. I'm Judith Owens with My Five things about a life issue that will help you live the best you can. My five is my perspective on living well and how I experience them. And today, my topic is conquering cancer. I am a cancer survivor since 2010. I shouldn't even be alive today, okay? But here I am. However, too many people still battle cancer today, and more people are being diagnosed with it every day. 1 month ago, another friend of mine was diagnosed with it. And I felt I needed to do something more than say, I'm sorry. I wanted to do something to encourage people that are fighting cancer. I remember the day I told my youngest sister, Paulette, that cancer had invaded my body. And she said, cancer chose the wrong family. It sounded like a battle cry. It was, but more to remind me that I was not going to take it lying down. If cancer has invaded your body, I say to you, it has chosen the wrong person because you have what it takes to fight it. Thinking back at my battle with cancer, I asked what happened that helped me to conquer it. And I can think of 5 things. They are my 5 points or tips in conquering cancer. My daughter Annette created this diagram. Can you see it? See. Okay. Using the tulip to illustrate those points. Oh, by the way, the color is really teal because it symbolizes the type of cancer I battled. The 5 points that helped me were trust, research, support, command, and confidence. Okay, so the first one is trust, because you see, trusting your doctors, and surgeons, nurses is so important in conquering cancer. When I went through it, trusting in the skill, the experience, and knowledge of my medical team put my mind at ease. You see, my life was in their capable hands, and I had to be able to trust them completely. Days before my first surgery, though, I was struggling with being put under. Oh, yeah. I've been in surgeries before, but this time that was different. The thought that the anesthesiologist had complete control over me and that I was powerless really got to me. Actually, I had a meltdown one morning as I was driving down the streets. Fortunately, I happened to be near my church. I managed to drive to it, stumbled through the front doors, and the receptionist called my pastor. It took some major meditation on scriptures to let go of my need to have control over my life. And when I finally realized that really, do I really have control over my life? No. And peace settled over within my being. And I had peace about my surgery. So, trust your medical team. But ask questions. Ask questions when you don't understand what's going on. Oh, I did. I wrote them down whenever they popped in my mind. And I always came prepared with a list of questions when I went to see my doctor. This was an unknown and unexpected interruption for me. And I was not prepared for it. I had been around people who had cancer, but I never thought it would happen to me. No. At first, I did not know what to ask, so I researched cancer. And that brings me to my second tip. Do your research. Each cancer is different. Each case is different. And I did all kinds of research on a particular cancer that had invaded my body. And so I had all kinds of questions for my surgeon. And she was most happy to answer them. About the third visit, I was asked to enter or to be part of a test study on the sandwich therapy. It involved 2 chemo treatments with 6 weeks of radiation once a week. And it concluded with 4 treatments of another kind of chemo. And this one was pretty harsh. So I researched it also. And I read up on the protocol, the risk, survival rates, possible side effects. And I decided okay, I'll be part of that study. Maybe my case might help somebody else. Well, no matter how well you prepare yourself, no matter how much research you do, the unexpected can happen. I never received my last 2 chemo treatments. You see, everybody's different. And I had an unexpected complication. My surgeon arranged for a emergency surgery. I almost died, but she saved my life. And today I'm living with the side effects of that sandwich therapy. But being part of that study had not been in vain. My complication changed the protocol of that therapy in certain cases. Tip number 3, support. My cancer treatments lasted about 8 months, and I could not have done it without my cancer support tribe that surrounded me from day one. One of my friends took care of all the paperwork that secured financial aid and scholarships. I didn't have to pay 1 cent for all the surgeries and treatments. Another friend arranged meals for my family and also for somebody to take me to all my appointments. And you know what? during my 3 hospital stays, somebody was always there at the hospital. There was another way my tribe supported me. Often I didn't have the physical or emotional strength to read devotions, meditate on scriptures, or even pray. All I could do was rest in the knowledge that people around me were lifting me up in prayer. And those prayers bathed me with the waters of peace, hope, patience, and inner strength. So, if all possible, let people be there for you and with you. It makes a difference. Yet, with all the support, the cancer fight is ultimately on your shoulders. You have to be in command of your fight against cancer. And that's my 4th tip, command. You see, you have to be an active participant. Battling cancer is not a passive journey. You are the one to decide what treatment is best for you. In fact, you are the captain of the ship called Living, and you are going through the turbulent waters on the ocean of cancer. And you are at the helm, navigating through the crashing waves and whirling winds of physical, emotional, and spiritual onslaught. Anytime we deal with a catastrophe, we experience emotional and physical responses we did not know we had. And going through cancer is no exception. But when we stay centered on living, we clothe ourselves with the one attribute that is of vital importance in conquering cancer. And that is my 5th and final tip, confidence. During one of my hospital stays, I asked one of the residents, "Am I going to make it?" He looked at me and smiled and said, "Oh yes, you will. You have a positive attitude." What is a positive attitude? And does it lead to healing? And when I had that meltdown, my pastor encouraged me to meditate on Psalm 27. And I did. Thoughts that came to me became the basis of a book I wrote on my journey through cancer. Verse 13 became the cry of my heart when I thought I was dying. It says, "I am confident of this, that I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living." That verse empowered me to take life with cancer one day at a time, to be patient, and to be confident in God's goodness. Being aware of His goodness kept me centered and confident that no matter how I felt, all would be well. Either I keep on living in the land of the living, or passed on to be with my Maker, living in eternity. I had nothing to lose. Whether I lived or died, I would have conquered cancer. When I see a tulip, I marvel at its simple but sleek petals that slice through the air. It so reminds me of God's irresistible grace that sliced through my ordeal with cancer and empowered me to conquer it. If you are battling cancer today, may you see God's goodness and His irresistible grace at work in your life. May His grace also connect you to the person God created you to be. Well, I hope these tips will help you in conquering cancer. I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I plan to have other videos to encourage you in everyday living. The name of my Facebook page is listed at the end of this video. So please request to be my friend and special message me. I will put you on my Conquering Cancer Together list and pray for you. Most of all, if you are fighting cancer today, I wish you well. And may you see God's goodness in the land of the living.